I wanted to talk about why my dad went on the White Coat Black Art podcast.
I'm Dr. Brian Goldman. This is White Coat Black Art.
So this was done with CBC because they had found out he was pursuing psychedelic assisted therapy, which of course, that's what we're talking about all month. In my dad's case, unfortunately, he has terminal diagnosis of idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, which is progressive scarring of the lungs, which of course affects breathing. And he had read, and of course in my work, having some experience with it, that it would be helpful for end-of-life distress.
Researchers say psilocybin, a psychedelic drug derived from a mushroom originally discovered in Mexico, can relieve end-of-life emotional distress. Health Canada has set up a special access program to enable Canadians with life-limiting diseases to gain access to psilocybin as part of a treatment called psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy.
That's what we did. We made arrangements, we filled out all of the paperwork, but this is really around the why. So there is evidence to use psychedelic-assisted therapy, in this case psilocybin, which comes from magic mushrooms, for end-of-life distress. You know, you can have a listen to the podcast, of course, if you have time, but I'm really proud of my dad because it was, a brave thing to do to talk about the journey.
I was up on the roof, and I just couldn't breathe. I looked down, I got dizzy, and I couldn't breathe, so I sat on the roof for about, half an hour. I just stopped breathing.
So let's talk about psilocybin.
Okay.
How'd that come up?
I was reading about it, and then Blake brought it up. This might be just what I need, Blake, to get me out of my funk.
He really was inspired to help other people because, if he puts it out there, more people will see it. It was on the CBC podcast, and real proud of him.